welcome to my channel if you're new. If not, welcome back to my channel. If you guys don't know me, my name is Christina and I'm a person much like many of you who is obsessed with traveling and seeing the world in different cultures and trying everything that there is to do in the world. Last year I actually quit my job, that way I could backpack around Europe before I had to get super serious in life, and I ended up visiting 10 countries and 19 cities, which was one of the most incredible times of my life. But all good things must come to an end, unfortunately, because you don't have enough money to continue doing them. So in lieu of that, I've decided to start a series where I go around places in Florida, because I do live in Florida, and try to find really cool adventures, things to see, parks, rivers, beaches, all those kind of things around Florida. So I've already started this adventure with a few other videos. The most recent one, I went to Hillsborough River State Park. It's the only place in Florida, if you can believe it, that has Class 2 rapids. I'll put the link up here for you guys, but that adventure was a blast. And this week we're going to Cypress Creek Preserve. I'm going to tell you guys everything I liked, disliked, if it's worth it, if it's not worth it, everything like that. So let's just get into the adventure. At this park specifically, something I did like is you don't actually have to pay any money, so it is free to park in the parking lot, leave your car there, it'll be just fine. But then to get to the actual trail, you do have to walk down this path. I've marked it on the screen. It's not far of a walk, maybe 10 minutes I would say. It's pretty close to the actual parking lot, and I paused it right here so you can see that is where you turn right and go onto the trails. Now the trails are separated into red, yellow, and blue. When we came, I'm not going to lie, I did get lost because we were just like, oh, we'll just walk and it'll loop around, which it does, but we got stuck in an endless loop because there are a ton of trails that lead in different directions, and you might be like, I think it was left, but really you made a right and then you went straight and then you went right again. So just make sure to either bring a map or download the map on your phone, that way you don't get lost. As far as the actual trails themselves, I will say that there wasn't really much there to see or to do. The last trail park area that I reviewed, I'll link it up at the top, but that park had a lot more because it was right along the water. It had Class 2 rapids. I saw a lot more animals. This was Florida through and through, where there was just bushes, hedges, trees, nothing crazy. It did also rain while we were there. Of course, in Florida it would rain really hard for like 20 minutes and then stop for another 20 and then rain for 5 and then stop for 5 and keep raining. But that's just Florida. If you do come to Florida, be prepared to get wet, but it never lasts. So don't just turn around and go home, because typically it doesn't last that long. But again, like I was saying, the trails themselves weren't that crazy. I mean, it still is beautiful, but it really is just a walk. If you just want to do a nice walk, you want to do a mile loop or something like that, and you're just looking to get out into nature and be alone, then definitely come to this trail, because it was a Saturday and there was not a single person there. I'm pretty sure we ran into like one person the entire time, and that was all. So very empty, very walkable. But it is also good if you are more disabled and can't walk as well. This would be a good trail for you. Obviously there are paths that go deeper into the forest, but just avoid those and you'll be just fine. I did also want to mention that I will be doing a video ranking all of the park/outdoor areas that are in or around Tampa Bay whenever I do go to all of them. That is why I'm making these videos, because I'm really making it a series of reviewing them. That way in the end I can give you guys an accurate list of which ones I would recommend and which ones I would avoid, or which ones are better for intense hiking or which ones are better for chill hiking. So look forward to that if you guys are interested in this type of content. I will say this place is super big, lots of trails. It can be a little confusing, so I say if you are going to come here, make sure you bring a map or just follow a straight path, because there's about like 30 trails that go off in different directions. I will also say it is a Saturday and there has been only 2 people other than us, so it's not very crowded, and it's also very walkable. The trails are made very well. It's not like there's a lot of routes or anything, so if you are coming here and have a harder time walking, this would be a good place for you. As far as scenery, I haven't seen lots of animals other than bugs, but it is beautiful here. It's very green, lots of bugs, plants, flowers, that kind of stuff here. But so far it's been pretty good. Compared to the last video I made, I would say this one slightly worse, just because the other one did have a river and this is mainly just brush and trees. Although if that's what you're looking for, it is very cool. I do also know you can bring bikes here, so if you like to bike, there's a lot of trails here that you can bike on. So for that, I think it would be really useful, and I think it would be cool if I came back and tried biking here. Now that I've given you some of my thoughts, just sit back, relax, and enjoy these clips of the afternoon. We just left the trail, so I have some thoughts. I don't really know if I would recommend it. It was a pretty trail. Like out of 10, I would probably give it like a 2.9 out of 10, 5 being the average trail. It just wasn't very much to it. There wasn't a lot of wildlife or a lot of variety. It was a pretty monotonous trail. Like we went the entire route. We did the red route, the yellow route, and the blue route, and the whole thing kind of looked the same. Like if you would have just done the red route twice, you would have thought you did the whole thing essentially. So I don't know if I thought it was the greatest. Also, I will say we did get lost. So if you're going, definitely bring a map, because there's definitely trails that go straight, left, right, then straight, left, right again. And it's very easy to get lost because like I said, everything literally looks the same. So if you don't have a map, we actually ended up having to pull up the satellite map and then find the map and use both to compare where we actually were. And we did finally get back, but we ended up walking for like 4 hours because we did get lost. But it was a pretty okay trail. I definitely recommend this video up here. I'll put it up here for you guys. Definitely way cooler because that had a lot more animals. It was right on the water, class 2 rapids, a lot cooler things. But it was fun either way. I mean, it was a walk, so got some exercise in. Got rained on, got to see sun, wind, all those things. But yeah, that's it for today's vlog. If you guys enjoy this kind of vlog of me exploring different national parks or just parks near Tampa, things to do in Tampa, let me know. That way I can go ahead and make more of these videos. Like it down below, subscribe to my channel, do all that sort of stuff, and I'll see you guys in my next week's video.